Alright, well. Let's try and get through the sector boss for, like, the church's sector, the first sector. And then let's go from there. I think I bought everything I was going to for, like, this sector, so... Let's see here. If I recall, I was like just going to beeline basically to like the sector boss at this point, so let's just do so. A damaged shipping container, sir. I've done a quick scan, Admiral. There appears to be a spherical object among the wreckage with an unusual signature. What kind of tech are we talking about here, machine? Doesn't appear to belong to any of the major houses, Admiral. Naturally, we could retrieve and further examine this beer back on the ship. But not knowing what it is does pose some risk. Well, I like risks, let's just take it. Bring it in, Lynch. If this tech could help us, we need to have it on our ship. We're on our way, sir. Alright, so this is like a 50-50 gamble, but I don't think the 50-50 gamble really hurts us too much right away. Looking at the object out of my windshield now, sir. It's nothing but space trash. That's why it's emitting a weird signal. So basically, nothing happened for this one. Nothing of value here, sir, unless you are in the trash, I mean. We're on our way back now. So I'll note this event, by the way. Basically, there's like a 50-50 chance of, usually like that happening, like there's nothing basically there, or like there's something. And if there is something, then it's like another 50-50 chance after that, but, whatever. Let's scavenge some stuff here. And... what have I got in this sector then? I got battleship wreckage, and we got nothing really else, so... let's look around. Sir, a church battleship hiding in that asteroid field. Does it see it, Hawks? Or does it see us, Hawks? I don't believe so, sir. In those rocks, its visibility must be slim to none. It's basically going to attack them directly, or going to have your specialist officer basically redirect stuff into them, but, let's ask Calvin first. It is possible to attack. We could. Though, in an environment like this, we could sustain heavy damage doing so. There is another idea. I'm listening. If we have a specialist officer skilled in demolition, we could blow some of those asteroids into their battleship. Probably won't destroy it, but it could clip its wings a little. Then we can move in and finish the job. So yeah, basically a special officer can basically, hamper him a little bit early on, so why not? Let's make life a little harder for a church ship. I'm no meteorologist, sir, but I see an asteroid shower in their immediate forecast. Sir, it's done. The church ship has taken significant hull damage, and we have a clearer path to attack. Excellent. Now, let's do a little zealot hunting, shall we? I like the way you think, sir. Alright, so, damage. The enemy has sustained damage and will start the battle with critical effect. And basically the enemy has basically the same fire and that's going to have basically hamper him early on. Now what's nice about this is that even though it's a church ship and they're going to have their weapon fully charged here, because they're on fire to start off with, they can't actually do anything for a little bit, so they're hampered quite badly. Alright, well, let's just get this underway, shall we? I'll note that because basically we're starting to advance here, these guys should just kick ass right away. Alright, you go here, you're going to go right there, and you're going to go right there. And if they hit the frigate on the way, that's fine. Go! I don't bother because I'm basically attack him, he's pulling around me no, stop that! Doesn't really matter. Hey, we got ourselves a cruiser prototype! And we got some scrap basically from, like, you know, the squad as well. Alright, well, that's a nice little thing there. Now, I'll note by the way with, like, this ship, by the way, it's probably not, like, you know, that great basically how, like, these Earth squadrons and stuff, but, you know... you know, a cruiser is never a bad thing to have for, like, you know, use, I guess. Though I prefer to have, like, a little bit more range than, like, 2, but, you know, whatever, it's fine. I got myself a cruiser, I'm happy about it, regardless. Ooh, and a key! We get to fight these guys, so hopefully we can fight these guys. I'll cut right to the chase. I don't like Imperials. I never have, I never will. You're all just so mediocre. Yay! I got to show off at least one Akee fight. Here we go. Now, on the base of all the factions in this game, these are like the guys I find the most troublesome because they generally have stealth tech on their ships. So these guys are going to be stealthed on me. And they're actually, like, you know, really good at stealth, these like guys, like the Akee pursuing. So basically, first attacks in stealth mode will deal like additional damage and like you know, heat basically to, like, you know, your battleship. They do have like less health, these guys, so they like go down faster, but you know, basically because like they're like stealth, they like, you know, do so much damage basically outright early on. And also they have the high energy beams, basically they do like, you know, like heat damage basically to your battleship. Basically, this is like a very interesting faction because they're like all about like overheating your ship so you can't do stuff. They're kind of like, you know, Romulans, I guess, and like, you know, from like, you know, Star Trek and like their sort of aspects and what they do. By the way, I also have like, you know, asteroid field holomappers, so basically like, you know, if they enter the asteroid field, basically they'll automatically go into stealth, so awesome stuff basically these guys have access to and increase squadron 1 and 2. Now, the best thing you can basically do with them is like, you know, hide an asteroid field so you can catch them, or like, you know, send like boomer drones like this, so we should be able to like just crush them with boomer drones. By the way, as soon as guys like, you know, appear, like they're cloaked. Nope, by the way, I can't see them at all. They're on the field somewhere, but I just can't see them, so. Ooh! You guys go here. And you can see, like, you know, how bad, like, these guys basically just trash me here, but whatever. Boom! Alright, well, let's keep deploying drones. And yeah, that's like the thing about the scrappers, by the way. It's like, you know, all about, like, you know, just, like, you know, peppering these guys with, like, you know, new, like, you know, fires constantly. And, like, you, like, you whelm them that way, so to speak. Oh! They're right there. Kill them! Kill them all! Alright, we killed them off. And yeah, because, like, you know, we have so many boomer drones, the fun just never ends. Do. Oh, he's turning around because, you know, we're going after him, but whatever. Kill him! Kill them all! And yeah, we're not really going to be able to deploy it, but, you know, cruiser go! And that's generally like the idea of like the Akee. Basically, have like stealth fighters and like, you know, lots of cloaking for them. All right, let's go here. Looks like a pirate satellite, sir, and unguarded too. Probably out stealing somewhere. Good. Then we'll pirate the pirates. Let's scrap the pirate satellite. I like the sound of that. Yay! We pirated the pirates! Alright, let's prepare a mission here to like the ground. We'll see what we can basically get here. So it's this battleship wreckage to basically go through here. And look at that, we actually have a situation where like this guy's gonna get more resources than like, you know, special officer here for most parts, so you get to go, I guess. You know, in terms of like, you know, these ground expeditions and stuff, I find that like, you know, you don't really need to have like a whole lot basically to like, you know, make your like, you know, officers like, you know, get stuff. If it's basically like a good, like, worth it basically go down, like, then, like, you know, you want to get everything, and if it's, like, you know, not, then you probably don't want to go down to begin with, but, you know. Like, you know, we're going to constantly have, like, these escapes. I don't really need them at all, but whatever. Get all the stuff you can. Yep, there goes one guy. There we go. A little bit of reward for that. Let's go up this way. I actually could have gone over here, but, you know, I want to get to the boss a little bit quicker and, like, you know, finish out this episode, so we'll do that. Unless you got any Special H, Admiral, you're wasting my time. That's a Special H attic if I ever saw one. Ask Caliban about Special H. Remind me what Special H is. Short for Special Human, Special H is a drug invented by Kosh Bjorno Omnis to make people feel better about their uselessness in the Empire revolving around machines. And Special H did exactly what the Koshes said it would. The problem was Special H was also extremely addictive, 1,000 times more addictive than heroin. Ask if Auburn tried to stop its production. Did Auburn try to stop it? He waged a war on Special H, making numerous arrests and reducing the Kosh Omni's quota as a punishment. But too many people, some of whom were the richest in the Empire, became addicted to the Special H. So new ways were always found to produce and distribute the drug. What do you want to know about Special H, Admiral? Ask how many people were addicted to Special H. How many people were addicted to a drug? At the time of the shutdown, I have heard as much as 75% of the population. So yeah, a lot of people were addicted to it. Alright, and we know enough about this. That's enough about this subject for now. Ask what kind of station this is. What kind of station is this? Me asking for Special H didn't give it away. With geniuses like you commanding Imperial ships, we really don't have much of a chance, do we? There's a bunch of us here, people like me, all looking to score. It's tougher to do so now, and sometimes we go a long time without it. We clean up if we could, but do Special H once, and you're hooked for life. Which is fine, if the drug is available, and you have the dough to buy it. Tell me, you have some, Admiral. We have scrap, and we know things too. All kinds of things. Just tell me you have some. We have no Special H to give you. Then, like I said, you're wasting my time. Come on, let's push on. I scavenged a little bit of stuff here. We'll see what we can basically grab, so we'll go here. Incoming transmission. Visit our little station. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Well, that was strange. Alright, let's attempt to contact the station again. Get me back in touch with that station, Ozu. Of course, sir. Sorry, sir, no luck. The station's no longer responding. We want to talk to that man, we'll have to do it in person. So yeah, basically just like a trap for the most part, but let's just send my guys in so you can see what it's all about. Lean, form a team and check it out. Got it, sir. Sir, it turns out the station used to be a maximum security Omni-run prison. The people living here, they're its former prisoners, and they're armed, sir, heavily. Their leader is a mysterious tattooed man named Carpenter. He's the one who sent us the transmission. I got a bad feeling if we make the wrong move and upset Carpenter, they're gonna start shooting. And if they do, it's gonna be like shooting monkeys in a barrel, and it's us who's gonna be the monkeys. Alright, so let's ask Liam what Carpenter wants. Any idea what this Carpenter wants? Not a clue, sir. It appears they don't have a ship. Maybe scrap to build one with? What do you want us to do, Admiral? Let's ask to speak to him. Put Carpenter on. Just a second, sir. Admiral Idaho, is it? I've never spoken to a noble before. What an honor. So, you can ask him what he wants. You can pardon the convicts for the crimes, or you can basically warn him if he tries anything to retaliate. I'll note by the way, this is like the best option right here. Let's just ask what he wants. What do you want, Carpenter? You asked me to visit your station, I have. Want? Why do you think I want anything? I have everything I need here. Don't worry, Admiral. Your troops are going to be good, are in good hands here. Let's offer Carpenter scrap to build a ship. We can help you, Carpenter. Yeah? How can you do that? We have scrap to spare. Use it to build a ship and leave your prison station behind. Leave? We don't want to leave. Besides, where would we ever go? You've seen what it's like out there. But, you show me something. So I won't kill your men and women like I planned. Basically, he was planning to kill our guys. But get them out of here before I change my mind. Look, Captain, fast, but don't panic. Right away, sir. So yeah, basically, like, you know, that's one of like the, you know, the traps in this game. Sir, we're on a shuttle without a scratch. Don't know what you said to him back there, but it worked. Looks like we dodged the blows on that one. Alright, let's go here. And we got ourselves a Turkish battleship, so that's nice. Spilling the blood of you and your crew will no doubt appease the god machines. Alright, lots of asteroids. And he's got a frigate, so that'll be fun. You know what? Let's just send out our, like, you know, our cruiser first one, so you can see what it's like, you know, all about. Basically sending like a weekend cruiser basically out. This is actually a good map for like the cruiser because, like, you know, it's got asteroids around, so I can show off what basically like how you can basically use cruisers around asteroids and such. Ow. That was mean. Actually, get over here. You're gonna get around here, I guess. There we go. I just want this guy to avoid the asteroids here for a little bit, so we'll do that. Now, the nice thing about, like, you know, my cruiser here is I can actually fire over, like, you know, asteroids and such. Like, you know, basically, like, if it was like ships there to fire at, but whatever. And of course, he's gonna fire that crap at me, but whatever. Alright, well, there we go. We killed him. Now, note by the way, because like we're like scrapper, we can't actually repair our stuff because, you know, it's basically like, you know, prevented by our tech. Well, that's good to know. Apparently, like, you know, you actually can't sell your stuff for as much apparently like the scrappers. So, interesting. And there's this stuff over here. You know, I'm tempted to show this off, but you know, I really don't feel a need to. So let's just push on and we'll, like, we'll fight the boss. But before I do, I just want to get, like, just deployed. So, you, right there. We're about to fight the boss. Make sure, like, you have everything ready to go. All right, so this is the Cardinal. One of Zenon's Cardinals, sir. So you're the Imperial battleship I've been hearing about. How have I never seen you around here before? We are here to reactivate the Omnis and diminish the suffering in your sector, Cardinal. But your aims contradict themselves, Admiral. Extreme suffering will turn the machines on again. That's why I reign in this sector, to help these people suffer. And now, in the name of the Church and my Pope, I'd like to help you suffer too. Thoughtful guy. Yep. A real saint, this guy. Alright, well. This guy's got access to entropic weapons, so basically he's got able to like decay my guys over time, so he'll basically slowly like diminish my guys, like, you know, when he like hits them and such. He's gonna hit me with a frigate, he's got a hull, and he's got basic access to the exterior laser, the hull breaker, and the material destabilizer, so basically this guy's gonna kill me over time. And I actually want to deploy these guys a little bit, so you go right there, you right here, and you right there. Now, I know with like the Church, as long as my guys are like next to him, it's not like too bad, but you know. We gotta watch out for this guy. You know what? You're about to hit here, I guess, so. Oh, that didn't really matter, so we'll go here. We're gonna go right there. Now, don't by the way, because I can't be stunned like this anti-airborne cruiser, so this guy's like, you know, accidentally like blowing up this guy's like, you know, frigate here. There we go, we locked that down. And there we go, we killed him. Well, even if the believers didn't shut down the Omnis like Brother Lazarus said, Zenon still doesn't want us hang around, does he? Brother Lazarus did not think believers shut down the Omnis, but that doesn't mean Pope Zenon didn't do it. Alright, well we got through there perfectly. And I don't actually need to do anything at the border shop here because, like, you know, or basically it's good to go for the most part. Alright, I just want to get into like a quick little battle here, so basically you can get killed off, so basically see what happens to basically lose, so let's go up here, because basically a lot more like, you know, events possible for a battleship to show up in. Yay, we got Teal's battleship. I don't recognize the model of your battleship. Who are you? This is Admiral Elios Idaho of the NS Odysseus. Sorry, can you repeat that? I heard Admiral Elios Idaho. No mistake, Captain. You've heard correctly. Pity one encounters so many lunatics these days. Look, Admiral Idaho, don't follow us. We live longer spread apart. And transmission, sir. Well, that's unfortunate, but oh well. Hopefully one of these other guys will be like, you know, willing to kill me, so to speak. And yeah, I literally just want these guys to kill me so we can basically see what happens when we basically lose in this game. So we can, like, you know, show off, like, you know, a lot of, like, the, like, you know, sort of, like, repeated, like, stuff in here. Scalper ship looks abandoned, but I'm picking up a scanner metal lens upgrade. Why would they leave that behind? Those really scum probably didn't see any advantage taking it with them. Well, it's ours now. So I got myself a navigation scanner here, apparently. So that's just a positive outcome. Okay, let's go here. Yay, apart! Based on the fact that all its weapons are moments from discharge, I'm going to say a fight with this fire is unavoidable, sir. It's a trap! Alright, so basically when it's a trap, you're going to have like everything like, you know, pointing at you right away, so literally this guy's going to fire everything at me right now. Which is excellent. So let's just see what happens when like you get destroyed. Fast forward, go. Nope, by the way, he's actually trying to capture this over here, the you know, anti-squadron defense battery. Actually, let's show it off. Let's just throw this guy over to attack like the you know, the defense battery over here. Basically, get close to like the defense barrier, it basically starts firing at you like this. So that's how it basically works. And arrows like it's like reinforcements basically popping in. Yes, kill me off slowly. Alright, space we lost. Here's the losing screen. Game over. Yeah, there we are. We're just blown out of our ship there. You and your crew are dead because of your decisions, Admiral. You'll have to do better if you're going to save the Empire. Perceive the mind download and try again. Alright, so we can restart. Now, there's a good reason I basically want to get myself blown up there because basically, as you can see here, your mind download is finished, Admiral. Ready to try again? Basically, whenever you lose, you get yourself a new clone, basically made of yourself. So that's what happened right here. So yeah, ask Caliban for a reminder of what's happened up to this point. I'm a bit fuzzy. Can you fill me in on what happened? In the Outer Rim, Mother gave us a clue that the Church shut down the Omnis, so we left for the Believers Cluster to find out for ourselves. After talking to Brother Lazarus, we learned that Pope Zenon rules the Church Cluster. We were trying to reach him to get some answers when our battleship was spectacularly destroyed, and you and me and the rest of the crew were blown to pieces. Your mind download is finished, Admiral. Ready to try again? Let's ask Calvin questions. I have other questions for you. Fine, but make it quick. Our Emperor is dying. Ask why you have the memories of the previous Idaho clone who died. But I can remember. I have the previous clone's memories. I remember him dying. That's your mind download. The last Caliban was recording and sending back the previous Idaho's clone memories to Gehenna almost all the time. This was done in the interest of learning from any potential moral encounter in the clusters. But the original Idaho's emotional memories? No, you still cannot recall those memories. Not yet anyway. Just for your information, the last Idaho didn't ask many questions. Actually, the last Idaho did ask quite a few questions, I think, but whatever. Ask how Calvin survived the battle. But you were on the ship too. You were with me in the command center. How are you here? One of me was on the battleship, but there are many Calvins in Gehenna, just as there are many Idahos and many Leans, for that matter. How lucky we are to be handpicked by Oberon to be part of the Gehenna, to die over and over in his name for the preservation of his creation. So yeah, no body, this is a relic, and the idea is you are a clone, and everyone else who's on a ship is a clone, and Gehenna's basically got multiple copies of himself. And basically the idea here is that as you basically die over and over again, this is a part of the game basically. So basically the idol here basically he realizes he's dying over and over again. But whatever. Just for information, blah blah, don't really care about this. Ask if the clones can never truly die. We can't truly die, can we? You can. You've just shown that vividly. But you can't stay dead. In that sense, you and your crew are immortal. But it's kind of the worst immortality there is. You still die, and it hurts a lot each time you do. Yeah. I have a very painful immortality, don't you know? Ask how many Idaho clones there are. How many me's, how many of us are there in this place? Hundreds of thousands in various stages of development, all presently sleeping a dreamless sleep in their pods. Alright, let's just ask if your crew has also died. And my crew, they've all died, yes. As a result of your leadership, I've since awoken additional models of the same crew members. I figure you prefer to stick with the same team, given the sacrifices they made for you. I've also awoken some specialist officers that seemed ready. Just for your information, the last Idaho didn't ask many questions. So yeah, basically, the specialist officers, by the way, are clones here as well. I have no more questions, machine. I thought you'd never stop. Alright, let's customize our crew and battleship and show this off, I guess. Good. Now don't die this time. Very thoughtful of the machine. Alright, so note basically if like you come back here, you'll basically have access to like your ships basically like to play and stuff like that. And they'll basically like go choose officers. Now, note by the way, like this guy here, he's basically growing. And in order like for this guy basically to like, be like available again, I actually have to get to like the sector 2 again for like this guy to like, as you can see here, like, start to grow up again. So basically these special officers, you'll be able to get access to them, but when they're dead, it won't be like, for a while, but you'll be able to get them again, so to speak. And let's just like, sort of like just drop these guys in, I guess. So, we'll take the, not you. I don't like Battlefield Autocrafter, so we'll take Advanced Reload, and well, I guess we'll take Battleship Sabotage here. There's not a lot of good options here, but whatever. And by the way, we're gonna use like the Celsius class for a little bit. So yeah, note by like when you basically start a new run, you start a new run for the most part. And it's thrown right back into like the same chapter you were in. And it's like, sir, keep going. Now, I want to note something by the way as well. There is a chapter selection, but you have to go through the entire game before you basically get access to it. So you can't go back to like the Scrapper chapter, and like go through it basically to like play it. But all right, well, I want to note that at this point, basically, as I basically sort of said, this is going to be like a short series for like Crying Suns, and I feel like I've basically shown off basically enough for like you guys basically see what it's all about. But I basically want to like sort of like give a few more thoughts basically about the game at this point. So I want to note that like in this game, there's basically like a lot of stuff basically I actually like about like what they basically did for this game here. I like how they basically set up like the sort of like battleship on battleship type of like idea for this game, where like instead of like you have like corvettes like FTL, you basically have like an actual battleship that like travels through the stars. And basically there's like nothing too fancy about like the squadron battles, where like you basically have like rock paper scissors and like the cruisers as well. But it basically was like it was tactical enough basically to be interesting, so to speak. But at the same time, there's actually something I want to basically like sort of say about the events in this game. So for those who basically remember, FTL was basically a game that like it was more than just like the ship battles between like your corvette and like the air stuff basically you fought. It was also like a game where like you basically were like having like to go through like events, and basically have like the like giant space bar event, or like you might have like other events basically happen with like say research. And basically like the events in FTL, they're always like random, and like there's like a lot of like good stuff basically to like about the randomness of that game. Now, Crying Suns did this a little bit differently. They still had like a random events as you can see, but they also had a lot of fixed events as well. Now, some of the fixed events I actually kind of liked it quite a bit. Like I like the idea of like civilians begging for stuff for you, and like you can basically give them stuff basically for free, or you can basically like say like no and screw them over. Because that's actually like an interesting idea for like this type of game, because it's not optimal to make the moral decision all the time sometimes in this game. But other times like I felt like this game was like some of like these fixed events like they have was sort of unnecessary. Like you saw like the game like the event with like Carpenter there. I think that would have been a lot better if like his like event where like you had to make like some like moral deal with him basically. Like for example, maybe like you want to send like your troops over there for example, and like he'll be like well, here's the deal, like they're like Admiral, if you offer us like some scrap, we'll give you some soldiers. And like maybe. And then like he might take the scrap, or like he might like kill your soldiers. The idea of like is like a fixed event though for him. Like the thing about like Carpenter there, basically the idea is like you do the event like right each time, or like you basically like don't and like get your guys killed. And there's something really interesting about that event. And it's just something to say about like this game here. I actually think that it would have been like a lot better for this game if they had like a lot of it to fix events, like if they kept them, but they made like more decisions type of things. They go back to like another like a moral event we basically had. For those who basically remember, there's like a moral event where like we had the Civil War to like to help with like the two sides, and you basically like send down like your troops basically to like help like one side or the other. That actually would have like a lot better event, I think, if it basically made it so like you actually got something for like helping them out. So for example, they could turn that into like a more event where like you could send down your soldiers and basically like maybe send like a weapon or scrap basically up to you as a result of it, and you can still like talk to your officer and be like, sir, I don't think your side is justified here. We're going to be committing a war crime, and you can actually commit a war crime basically to get like something out of it. But there's the thing. You're like committing like a moral decision, like a anti-moral decision, basically to get like some goods basically out of it, and that's like something to basically say about the this game. It could have been a lot better, I think, if they had like the moral decisions actually like mean a lot more than what they basically did, like as they basically are right now. Anyhow, this is sort of like reiterate something as well. This is of course the mobile game for like Crying Suns, and if I basically press escape here, you can see like I'm emulating here with like memory play. This is a game that is available on like Steam if you basically want to basically buy it there. But it's actually cheaper to basically buy this on like your phone. I'll note by the way for like playing this game here. There's basically a total of 6 chapters, and it took me basically roughly around like how can I put this? Maybe about like a little bit over like 24 hours basically beat this game. Now I want to note by the way a lot of like the time basically spent playing this game was like dedicated to like reading like the text and stuff like that, because there's a lot of like story for this game. And if you're basically like buying this game, you're very much buying it for like the story. So just keep that in mind. If you like get this game, it's for a story, not really for its gameplay. I don't think there is gameplay here for as you can basically see, but it does get a little bit repetitive, kind of fast, because like essentially like the gameplay in this game, you're like this like it's still like very simple like rock paper scissors like over and over again. Then that does get boring fast. And unfortunately, like the events, like there's a lot of like fixed events that basically happen that like sort of like runs down like the like want to replay this game. I'll note for the most part, I was actually thinking about like playing this game like all the way through like to the end, but the problem with this game is that it's kind of sort of suffers from like replayability issues. I'll note basically there's like enough like here basically to like play it, like at least like to the end at least once, but this is probably not a game that you want to basically play again and again, because essentially like another thing that is like, I want to complain about this game because a little bit about the thing about Crying Suns is that basically as you basically see like each chapter is like dedicated to like a single enemy. So you have like the scrappers like in the first chapter, and you have like the church in the second, and then like you go on to like basically fight the houses like in the third, fourth, and fifth, and this is basically the final chapter after that, which like basically has like a mismatch of basically everything like FTL style. I very much want to say like I would like to very much like Crying Suns, but it feels like it's like a game that like it wasn't really like dedicated to like being like a gameplay experience, as opposed to like being like a storyline type experience. But anyhow, yeah, this is basically Crying Suns. I'm basically DFuxa. I hope you basically enjoyed my like let's play for the game. This will be a little bit of a short video, I guess, because like there's not a whole lot basically to it, but I hope you guys basically enjoyed it, and take care. Actually, before I go, this is sort of add on to like the last video. I will note, by the way, I'm not like totally against basically playing this game basically like all the way through. So if you basically want to see maybe like go through like the church chapter like and like on from like that point, let me know. There is like of course a comment section for this video, and like I do read the comments for my videos. If I basically see enough comments basically saying like hey, I actually want to see more of this, and like sure, I'll do like a full let's play for this game. But other than that, I'll note this is a game I actually like on my own want to basically like do like a full let's play for. So yeah, that's basically like well basically some of this video basically up with. So that's it, and that's it for the video.